Hopefully this video will turn out alright. And Dr. Strangelove asked me to show my Big and Little books. I don't have that many, but this might be a half an hour video. So be prepared, I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about the Big and Little books I have. Here's one. Can you see it? The Lone Ranger and the Secret Killer. The Lone Ranger and the Secret Killer with Silver and Tonto. 1937. 1937. Annie in the Movies by Harold Gray. Based on the famous newspaper strips. 1937 for Annie. Annie in the Movies. Andy Panda and Tiny Tom. A better little book. Yeah, Big Little books, better little books. They're all the same to me. Robert's, look at this, see? It's even written out to people. Yeah, Robert S. Smith and my three sons, Bobby, Jeff, and Stephen. My two loves, Florence, Johnny, and Johnny, I don't know what it says there. 1944. Yeah, 1943 and 1944. Andy Panda and Tiny Tom. Here's one there. Captain Frank Hawks, Air Ace, in the League of 12. The Big Little book. Captain Frank Hawks, famous Air Ace in the League of 12, based on a famous radio series, The Hawks Trail, 1938. SOS, Coast Guard. SOS Coast Guard. From David J. Even got writings on it in the book, I can't make out the writing on. It's from 1936. SOS Coast Guard. A Big Little book. A Big Little book. Kazan, James Oliver Curwood's Kazan in Revenge of the North. It's the story of a great dog. Novels by James Oliver Curwood. A lot of novels, boy. Hello, Tony. What year is this? 1937 for Kazan. 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 King of the Pack. What's written on the back? Better Little Books. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. There's more. T. Donald McMowell. From Mother and Dad. November the 12th, 1941. RCAF, Royal Canadian Air Force. Yeah. Nineteen forty for Kazan. Kazan, K-A-Z-A-N, Kazan. Jackie Cooper, movie star of Skippy's and Sookie. That looks like Wallace Berry. I don't know who that is, but A Big Little Book. The story of Jackie Cooper. You see his picture? Jackie Cooper's picture. Jackie Cooper and Johnny Weissmuller. Jackie Cooper. Maximo. The Amazing Superman. A Better Little Book. I don't know what the difference is between a Big Little Book and the Better Little Book. I have no idea. Yeah, there's more writing in here. So this is from copyright 1941 by Whitman Publishing Company. So there's a Maximo, the Amazing Superman. Superman? Why does that name sound familiar? Superman. There's one here. The 49ers. Eric Noble and the 49ers. Eric Noble and the 49ers. Big Little Books. The Big Little Books. $1934. Daniel Boone. Highlights of History Series. I can hardly open it up. Daniel Boone. 1934 for Daniel Boone, Highlights of History Series. It's hard to open up. Maximo, the Amazing Superman and the Crystals of Doom. The last one, Amazing Superman, was in the Super Machine. This is in the Crystals of Doom. See the flip, see how it's done. See him move, just flip the pages. 1941. Yeah, you just, anyway, that show you that, but it will flip the pages, and they flip and the pages move and stuff. The Buccaneer. Paramount Pictures presents The Buccaneer. Jean Lafitte. The story of Jean Lafitte, the pirate. Dark in here. The Buccaneer, with a cast including Margot Graham, Margot Walter Brennan, Ian Keith, and some of them I don't even know. Anthony Quinn, no, Anthony Quinn. Read the book, see the picture. 1938. Oh, it's a storybook. It's got pictures from the movie in it. But can you see that? Yeah, it's got pictures of the story in there. Captain Midnight, the Secret Squadron, and the Terror of the Orient. Captain Midnight. See, you flip the pages. There's writing in there. This book is the property of Douglas Ruthless? No, it wouldn't be Ruthless. Anyway, The Terror of the Orient. 1942. 1942. For Captain Midnight. Here's one we all know. Most of us. Some of us. Red Berry. Yeah, Red Berry. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Undercover Man. Based on the famous newspaper strip. The better little book. Red Berry, yeah, Undercover Man. Oh, shit. This one's missing a page, the first page. It's pretty right here, I never knew that before. Fucking all these years later, I find out it's missing a page. How did I miss that in the fucking first? Anyway, it doesn't interfere in the whole story or nothing, just that, those first page. It looks like it's missing the first page. Anyway, Red Berry, Undercover Man. Probably 1930 something. Probably 37 or something like that. Because I can't see the year. Anyway. Ted Towers. Yeah, Frank Buck presents Ted Towers, Animal Master. $1935 for Frank Buck. G-Man, breaking the gambling ring. The better little book. $1938. 1938 for G-Man, breaking the gambling ring. Texas Ranger, Lone Star Martin in this Texas Rangers. Lone Star Martin of the Texas Rangers, yeah. Let's see, what year is this? Bob Cole, 1939. Bob Cole, 1939. That's who owned it in 1939. I'm just keeping it for him for a while. This is 1939. Andy Panda, A Better Little Book. Andy Panda and the Pirate Ghost. By Walter Lantz. 1947, 1949. Now this one's getting a little bit older. Yeah. Still watching? Blondie, Cookie and Maisie's Puppies. Or what's it say? Yeah, Blondie, Cookie and Daisy's Pups. The Better Little Book. Chicket Young. What year? This doesn't have a year. Is it missing a page? Son of a bitch, maybe it's missing a page. But it's all there. That happens sometimes, eh? Misses the page. It's not bad shape, it's not good shape, not that great shape, but it's still all there. Little dent there, but what are you gonna do? Here's one, it's not bad shape. Tim McCoy and the Sandy Gulch Stampede. I guess he was a cowboy back in the 30s. I'm pretty sure he was, Tim McCoy. Yeah. This is 1939. Yeah, I think he had a few Western movies. Tim McCoy. And there's State Trooper and the Kidnapped Governor. And I read this one. Yep. $1938. Can you see that? Yeah. It's got artwork on them. There's always artwork in the pages in here. Every second page is a story and there's artwork. State Trooper. Apple Mary. Apple Mary and Denny's Lucky Apples. Apple Mary and Denny's. I thought I said Donnie. The Denny's. 1939. Apple Mary. Reminds me of the movie. Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy and the Man with No Face. What year is this? 1938. 1938 for Dick Tracy. Flying the Sky Clipper with Winsey Atkins. He's a boy about 12. Yeah. It's in Adventures. 1936. Flying the Sky Clipper. I don't know any of these were movies or not. The Big Little Book, yeah, with Winsey Atkins. He's a young boy that flies around with on the airplane. He's probably about 12. Did I already say this one? I'm not sure. I think I did. Maybe I got two of these? Anyway. Frank Buck presents Ted Towers, Animal Master. What I love to say, but maybe I got two. Maybe I have two of these. 1935? 1935. Blondie. Papa Knows Best. Big Little Book. Few short stories. Blondie by Chick Young. 1943. 1943 and 1945. There's short stories in here. Bunch of short stories. The Green Hornet cracks down. (1942). George O'Brien and the Hooded Riders. I think I read this one too. I haven't read all these. I've read a few of them, but yeah, George O'Brien. Doesn't say the year. It doesn't look like it's missing any pages. Oh, wait a second. Here we are. 1940. 1940. I got a couple more. Detective Higgins of the Racket Squad. Still dark in here. The Better Little Books. They're all Big Little Books to me. The Better Little Book, Big Little Book. I don't know what the frig the difference is. Probably is no difference. 1938 for a Racket Squad. Coach Bernie Hermans, Rick Barton and the Winning 11. All about football. Floyd from Donald, 1940. 1940. Floyd from Donald. So Floyd got it and Donald gave it to him. As a present, I guess. Says 1940. 1940. Yeah, 1938. And here it's 1938 in the book. Printing. Yeah. Mood Mullins. This was in the comic. This was a comic strip. Moon Mullins and the Push Bottom Twins. I used to read this in the newspaper, in the comic strip, on a Sunday. Was it through the week or it's Sundays? Definitely Sundays, but probably through the week. This is old. This is old. 1936? Looks like 1936. Uncle Willie was playing peacefully. He's playing with his cars. I don't know if you can see that or not. He's got the tree. Kind of darker than the videos. Moon Mullins and the Push Button Twins. I'm pretty sure he was in the comic strips in the newspapers. I think this is the last one. I think this, oh no, there's a couple of other ones. This is Maximo and the Amazing Superman. This looks familiar too. How many of these I got? 2 or 3, or is this the same one? Maximo and the Amazing Superman, 1940. 1940. And I got these here, but these aren't quite what these are. This is Sequoia. How do you pronounce that? The story of a strange friendship between a mountain lion and a deer. I think they made a movie out of this. The Big Little Book, but it's, you know, it's Big Little Book, alright, but see, there's a little difference. So, I only got one of these. Big Little Books. The story of a strange friendship between a mountain lion. Read the book, see the picture. Yeah, I guess it's a movie. Yep. I might have even seen the movie. Yeah. So I got that one too. I had a few of these for years. But I found out some of these Big Little Books are getting a little, for me anyway, they're getting a little expensive to buy on eBay. I can never find any that I wanted to buy. They're all too much money. By the time they're in auctions, they'll end up being too much money. Here's another one that's kind of odd. Hans Andersen's bedtime books. And this says A Little Giant Book. Bedtime stories. Bedtime stories. And this one here, one of my better ones, I'll show you the one I like the most. This one's the one I like the second most. I had this for a few years. Shirley Temple with Lionel Barrymore in The Little Colonel. Yep. What year is this? 30. 30, 10, 20, 37? I don't know. I think 1937, but I'm not sure. I can't make out the printing. Shirley Temple. And the one I like the most, of all these, I do have a favorite. You probably know what it is. You might not know what it is, but this is my favorite. Mickey Rooney himself. I think this is on my YouTube channel, showing this book, or talking about it. Yep. 1939, Mickey Rooney himself. Yep. And open it up, but it's kind of hard to open up. So there's pictures of him from a lot of his movies. Yeah, so this is my favorite one, I guess. Well, and Captain Strange Life. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was fun. Anybody else for that matter. Alright, that's my Big Little Books. I'll talk to you all later. Hope you enjoyed it.